Okay, hello everyone. I start a record. 1 second, please. Okay, and now we continue our workshop, and we invite the next author, and his topic reports by fostering communication and collaboration skills for computer science students by means of IKT tools. And presenter Svetlana Simonenko. Svetlana, please.
Hello, everyone. Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes.
Can you see my presentation?
No, we cannot see your presentation. Or yes, we can see
Mhm.
your presentation. Okay. Now you can start.
Mhm. Thanks a lot, dear workshop committee and participants. Thank you for the opportunity to present the results of our joint research, fostering communication and collaboration skills for computer science students by means of ICT tools, conducted by Natalia Zaitseva, Svetlana Simonenko, Olena Titova, Katerina Osachi, and Vyacheslav Osachi. In the digital age, computer science has become an indispensable discipline, driving advancement across industries and shaping the way we interact, work, and live. As technology continues to transform every facet of society, computer science students are poised to play a crucial role in driving innovation and addressing the challenges of the future. While technical proficiency forms the foundation of their education, the acquisition and cultivation of effective communication and collaboration skills are increasingly recognized as crucial for their long-term success. Our research is aimed at considering the significance of communication and collaboration skills for computer science students, highlighting their relevance to their future careers. It examines how these skills not only enhance their professional growth, but also empower them to become well rounded, empathetic problem solvers capable of addressing real world challenges. So, the main points of our research are significance of communication and collaboration skills for successful careers of computer science professionals, and teaching communication and collaboration skills for computer science students at universities.
Sorry, we don't see the presentation, just the first slide. You can
Mhm. Okay, I'll try to do something.
share all screen, not one window, all screen.
Okay, I'll try.
Thank you, our Ilya Kluyev, for this.
Sorry, I need a minute.
Svetlana?
I'm trying.
Uh,
Can you see my presentation?
no, we cannot see your presentation. 1 second. Yes,
So let's wait.
yes,
hmm
yes.
hmm And And if I try to do in this way,
Okay.
may I use
Okay. Yes.
such a,
Yes.
okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go back to our report, and I wanted to tell you about the significance of communication and collaboration skills for successful careers of computer science professionals. The forces, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication are highly important for computer science graduates in today's dynamic and evolving industry. These skills enable specialists to tackle complex challenges, adapt to changing technologies, innovate, and deliver high quality solutions. By embracing their forces, professionals can thrive in their careers, contribute to the growth of their organization, and make a significant impact on the evolving IT landscape. Collaboration and communication skills are central to the 21st century skills and are depicted in numerous curricula and assessment reports. As the main focus of our communication and collaboration skills, let us consider their importance for computer science graduates. Communication skills are paramount for computer science graduates, enabling effective interaction with colleagues, clients, and stakeholders. Clear and concise communication ensures the project requirements, technical concepts, and ideas are effectively conveyed. Computer science graduates must be able to translate complex technical jargon into understandable language for non technical audiences, ensuring that everyone is aligned and informed. Strong communication skills also facilitate active listening, understanding user needs, and gathering feedback to refine IT solutions. By communicating effectively, computer science graduates can build strong relationships, facilitate collaboration, and deliver successful projects. Collaboration is also essential in the IT industry, where teamwork and interdisciplinary projects are common. Collaboration means the ability to work independently and in teams with the focus on the importance of possessing strong interpersonal and team related abilities, such as effectively managing team dynamics, making collective decisions, and actively participating in the learning process of others. Strong communication and collaboration skills of specialists enhance their employability. The ability to articulate complex concepts, work effectively in teams, and communicate with stakeholders from diverse backgrounds is highly sought after in the job market. Computer science students who can demonstrate these skills are more likely to secure desirable positions and excel in their careers. Effective communication and collaboration play a vital role in fostering innovation and creativity within the computer science field. The exchange of ideas, perspectives, and insights between team members enhances problem solving capabilities and facilitates the development of novel solutions. By engaging in open and inclusive discussions, computer science students can leverage the collective intelligence of their peers, generating groundbreaking ideas and pushing the boundaries of technological advancement. As computer science continues to permeate every aspect of society, ethical consideration and societal implications cannot be overlooked. The ability to communicate and collaborate effectively equips computer science students with the tools to navigate these complex issues. They can critically analyze the potential impact of their work, engage in a meaningful dialogue with stakeholders, and ensure that their technological solutions align with ethical guidelines and address societal needs. By integrating communication and collaboration skills into their practice, computer science students become responsible innovators contributing positively to the world around them. Recent research highlights various teaching strategies and approaches that can enhance communication and collaboration skills in computer science students. Recent research says that enhancing communication and collaboration skills can be through school and extracurricular activities, project-based learning, group work, peer feedback, and teamwork activities, integrating communication-focused assignments into technical courses, role-playing simulations, group discussions, and also application of ICT in learning. For computer science undergraduates, it is crucial to learn how to use online services for partner and teamwork because current trends of cooperation in the IT sphere assume a large amount of distant work and online communication. Choice of English interface is mostly the most convenient way of enhancing communication within international teams and projects, and sometimes it is also the only option because the application may not provide interface in a specific language or use English as their only interface language. A survey has been conducted in order to estimate the computer science students' experience in using online tools. Five types of online applications have been chosen: video conference services, online presentation editors, online document editors, typesetting systems, and messengers. The survey has stated that the respondents mostly use technological tools individually. Moreover, the undergraduates prefer applications with interfaces in their native language, despite the benefits and sometimes even the superiority of alternative tools. In order to develop students' collaboration skills with English interface ICT tools, it is necessary to find weak points in their communication ability to tailor their prospective improvement means to their interest. Speaking of young adults, specifically of the undergraduate majoring in engineering and computer science, it is important to involve them into solving tasks of different scale, a pair work assignment, teamwork, group project, which are academically apt, profession related, and congruent with the syllabus. The assignments for developing and enhancing collaboration skills should be authentic, sufficiently challenging, open-ended, and suggesting extra benefits. In order to motivate the undergraduates to widen their experience in using English interface software of any kind, three mock projects have been designed imitating professional assignments like information search and processing, presentation design, and public speaking, and included in the syllabus of the ESP course. A plenum discussion on a profession-related theme, a report at a student scientific conference accompanied with an online presentation for a two-person team, and writing and submitting for publication research work in a co-authorship. Within the projects, the teams have to determine the roles and allocate the tasks, collaborate efficiently to accomplish their assignments, and present their conclusions as a team. The first project included into the ESP syllabus to train collaboration was a plenum discussion preceded by teamwork on assigned tasks within a video conference service. One of the most applicable apps to train collaboration online is Zoom. The undergraduates majoring in computer science were given a task to research application of artificial intelligence in different environments. Students had to work together in Zoom rooms to present their reports not through just giving the examples, but through analyzing the adequacy and the efficiency of AI implementation. Each team had to find the up-to-date information on their specific theme, summarize and analyze and discuss it, and eventually represent their common conclusion according to the following structures: advantages, drawbacks, challenges, and prospects. After all five group presentations were delivered, the plenum discussion was initiated in order to determine the most significant AR implementation spheres. For accomplishing a report at a student scientific conference accompanied with an online presentation for a two-person team, one of the most demanded online presentation editors, Prezi, was chosen. You can see the stages of creating a pair speaker Prezi on the slide. As a collaboration tool, Prezi is very efficient and suggests unlimited creativity for its users. The project participants noted as a benefit that they can choose any means to make their report more comprehensible and rewarding. The third collaboration project was writing and submitting for publication a research work in a co-authorship. This project suggests collaboration of the authors with their scientific advisor on every stage of research work and paper submission in Overleaf, an online LaTeX editor. The Overleaf functions which the co-authors had to master are presented on the slide. As one of the most apt overlay functions, the collaborators and their scientific advisor noted the comments function which lets both give the suggestion and mark and explain the made improvements in the project. The participants of the mock project imitating professional assignments for enhancing collaboration and English communication have been assessed according to their collaboration quality level in the course of work on their mock project and after the projects were successfully accomplished and their results were presented properly. The following levels have been defined: emerging, developing, and proficient ones. The expanded characteristics of the proficient collaboration quality level have been explained to the participant in order to form the correct set of qualities. For example, different from leadership, grit, and ambition for successful communication in study or work pairs, groups, or teams. Since collaboration and communication are coherent in most professional environments, it is important to develop undergraduates' ability to interact with prospective equals, superiors, and clients and engage them in continuous and efficient collaboration. Command of English enhances common understanding and is efficient means of communication for international teams. Consequently, developing collaboration and communication skills is one of the most significant goals in ESP courses, since university students as young adults are motivated and professional trained enough to accomplish a project demanded well-regulated collaborative work. An appropriate explanation and promotion of specific applications for accomplishing profession-related tasks is an efficient way to enhance usage of collaboration options, and English interface of the ICT tools. Assessment and self-assessment experience in profession-related mock projects demonstrate undergraduates the most valuable skills demanded in collaborative work and encourage enhancing their collaboration quality level to proficiency in being a reliable and supportive team member on a responsible project leader. Thank you for attention. If you have any questions, you are welcome.
Okay, we thank you. The article Fostering Communication and Collaboration Skill for Computer Science Students by means of CAT tools deals with aspects of improvement communication and collaboration skill of computer science students in higher education institutions. The importance of communication and collaboration skill for a successful career is in computer science is discussed. The author present uh, they highlight some of the advantage of use the English language interface of an online program for teaching collaboration and communication skill. The authors also present their experience for implementation project mockups with simulated professional tasks for teaching collaboration and communication in English. They also discuss the assessment of the quality of cooperation during the work on project. Okay, we have some questions in the chat. This question from Olga Pinchuk. If you have observed students being motivated to improve their own collaboration skill, especially in the ESP course, and could you give us an example of an open-ended collaboration task? Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you, Olga. Of course, our students are very motivated to communicate, to collaborate because they are very tired, they are very exhausted of watching each other only in Zoom, and they want to communicate really and they want to collaborate. So the motivation is very high. And as for your second question, you wanted to know what open-ended tasks could be used during ESP learning. So I could remind that any task which provides no suggested answers can be considered as an open-ended task. So if we do not give students correct answers, if they need to discuss something in pairs or in groups or deliver some conclusions on a certain topic in writing or maybe orally, such as writing an essay, a respond, a comment on a post. So these could be considered as open-ended tasks.
Thank you. And I have one more question. Which application was the most demanded by students themselves when training collaboration skills? Thank you.
I think it would not be a surprise because Zoom is a preferable tool because we know how to use it. We use it at our English classes. Zoom offers different functions such as file sharing, commenting, drawing on in the document. So it is preferable for students, and also they uh, liked Prezi because it was a good tool for making joint projects.
Thank you. And I want to remember that we invite everyone to take part in our discussion. Yes. Maybe someone want to ask the questions? No. Okay. Thank you for your presentation, interesting, and your answers
Thank you.
to our questions. Yes. And we invite the next author of the article, a digital transformation of secondary education of Ukraine and the quality of teaching natural and mathematical science in the condition of war. And presenter is Irina Vorotnikova. Irina,
Me too, thank you very much for the opportunity to take part in the powerful international conference and present the work of our team on the digital transformation education in Ukraine and quality of teaching natural and mathematical science in war conditions. In my report, I will explain why we choose this topic, which research tools we used, and which resulted conclusion in general. International and Ukrainian educational policy promote the development of digital transformation of education, in particular general secondary education of Ukraine. The Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, Ministry of Digital Transformation, outlines the importance of the direction of digital transformation of education in the condition of war and post-war recovery and present it as development of an ecosystem of digital solutions which can help improve the quality of education and ensure access to it, mobility, accessibility, diversity, adaptability, carry out learning from any place, and create diverse and adapted materials to the needs of students. Science education is essential in wartime, and using digital technology to deliver it can help improve the quality of education to acquire problem-solving skills, involvement in research, invention, project activities, to increase the share of the students who will choose scientific and technical and engineering professions. The goal of digital transformation of various fields, for example, of business for increase the volume of production, but for education, it's about more convention presentation of educational materials, increasing effectiveness of education, improving the educational process as a whole. And for example, the main component of the digital transformation of education Microsoft. By Microsoft, it's leadership policy, teaching learning, student at school success, intelligent environments. The report of the participant of our conference proves the importance of research on digital transformation in all areas, most of them of Hungary education. The author approach to understanding the concept of digital transformation, its indicators and level differ, and most research on digital transformation concern the condition of COVID, in particular digital transformation, higher education, institution management, educational sector, but we analyze the main regulatory framework for the implementation of the digital transformation in secondary education in Ukraine. It's about concept of general secondary education reform in Ukrainian school, concept of development of digital economy of society of Ukraine, national strategy of industry for concept of development of science of mathematics education, STEM education in 2020, and decree of the President of Ukraine on the Sustainable Development Goals of Ukraine for the period until 2030. We focus on such research question, two questions. First, is can the digital transformation of general secondary education contribute to the quality of teaching natural and mathematical science? And second, it's can increase in the level of digital competence of teacher, attitudes toward digital transformation have a positive effect on the quality of science and mathematics education and work condition. And for analyze this question, our research task analyze approach to determining indicators of digital transformation of secondary education in Ukraine, highlight the quality of science and mathematics secondary education, taking account additional losses in the condition of war, to investigate the opinion of teacher regarding the impact of digital transformation on the quality of general secondary education, to investigate the attitude for teachers to the digital transformation of education, its positive impact on quality of science and mathematics field, and to determine how the level of digital competence of teacher affects the attitude toward digital transformation and readiness to implement this. Our articles present analysis of study by the State Education Quality Service in Ukraine in 2023, date from Ministry of Digital Transformation, Ministry of Education of Science in Ukraine, and result of participation in PISA regarding achievement and educational losses in the field of science and mathematics, the level of access to gadgets and the internet, compared approaches to the definition of the concept of digital transformation. And our methods is theoretical and empirical. Theoretical for literature analysis for building hypotheses and bus development, and empirical the qualitative approach using interview and focus group, a data collection method for statistical method processing the result. It's the study was conducted on the basis of the simple teacher of science and mathematics discipline, informatics and technology. For example, 33% teacher mathematics, 26 informatics, and 20 teacher primary school. And our participated teacher and 2% of head of educational institution took part in the study, and 2% are methodologists and teacher postgraduate education, in particular teacher mathematics and natural science. We can see that more than 70% of teachers with more than 20 years of teaching experience to teach a high level not only to students but also to other teachers and to influence the development of quality education in Ukraine. Educators assess the readiness to use digital technology now in the educational process in the condition of war. In the majority, its average level, it's 70% teacher, and high level, it's 20% teacher who was in our research. More than 80% of teachers have a good level of digital competence and understand digital transformation as complex work and field of education, which involves creating a safe electronic educational environment, providing the necessary digital infrastructure of educational institutions, increasing the level of digital competence and qualitative changes and educational services. It is possible to draw conclusion about significance on the impact of each indicator on the level of digital transformation of education and factor strategic planning and digital transformation and change management for teacher turned out to be the least important, but it's important for chef this school. Teacher indicates a positive impact of digital transformation on the quality of education. We can see on the slide strong influence, formation of skills needed for the future, of participant in educational process, organization, hybrid training, provided participate educational process with gadget, human-centered learning using digital tools, information competency study of teacher necessary for a successful life, and etc. Uh, the survey of teacher confirm also the hypothesis, our hypothesis, that the digital transformation of general secondary education contributes to the quality of teaching natural and mathematical sciences and increasing the level of digital competence of teacher, attitude toward digital transformation, have a positive effect on the quality of science of mathematics education condition of war. We can show many results in our articles. In addition to digital competence, teacher indicated the importance of taking into account the characteristic of children in order to increase their positive motivation to study in order to reduce educational losses. And more than 50% teacher argued their readiness for such changes and noted that digital transformation should be in Ukrainian secondary education in the war condition, but considering socialization and child centeredness. Teacher opinion regarding the level and consider of children characteristic alpha generation during their training, concert skills our children quickly looking for information quickly forgotten, they emotional poverty, socialization, they lack communication, social network, digital technology and service quickly used, and etc. It's very important for support in our program teaching. In the condition of war, it is difficult to foresee challenges for the organization and educational process. And we can see on the slide in 2022, teachers signed out the main one, power outages, 87% lack of permanent high-speed internet, absence of lack of technical means of learning of student, use of various communication channel for teachers, using different platform. A teacher lacks skills working remote technology, and limitation about condition different in different regions have different opportunity to choose the form of education. For example, in cost on the search of country in the distance form of education, it's 90% and 70% in the West and center is extremely equal proportion. Student indicates they have a smartphone, have possibility use computer, laptop, tablet. This indicates about have own gadget. It's limitation, but it's possibility for realize digital transformation, secondary education, and and uh, and sphere mathematics science. Uh, in our practical experience, we have electronic platform site for teacher. We have ecosystem. We can saw this ecosystem Boris Grinchenko Kiev University in our conference. We have developed and concluded master class for teacher together with Spanish expert on the introduction of STEM education online, and our research conclusions that each institution of general secondary education can carry out self-assessment and monitor activity regarding the process of digital transformation using the tool of the European community. And why we offered education institution of Kiev use selfie tools for determining the level of digital competence teacher and analyzing the use of digital tools based on European standard, and received favorable review. Key of institutions were able to use the result of the survey to build strategy for the digital transformation and their institution. Different form control level digitalization, effective response to changes of their management. Teacher training on the topic was planned for next week, for example. Responsible Natalia Morse, who after this research, the European Union experience in the training of practicing teachers in the field of STEAM education under the Erasmus Plus program, Jean Monnet module direction. And now we have more than 130 teachers who desire teach this training. This direction of future research on the analysis of modernization and adaptation of current system in the condition of their digital transformation, the processing of learning result based of big data analytics and artificial intelligence, the introduction of personalized approach to learning using cloud solution for effective data storage and management, implementation of high quality science and mathematics education at different level of digital transformation of secondary education. And our conclusion is digital transformation of secondary education is effective in the indicator of digital transformation are determined strategy are developed in which it's necessary to describe processes that need to be changed, the nature of change, possible risk and problem, ways to solve problem. Implementation should be carried out gradually, evaluating the result and effectiveness of method, taking into account the unreadiness and the existing system for changes, introducing teacher and students to new digital tools and teaching them how to use them, determine the period of digital transformation in the educational institution and evaluate its effectiveness. And we know that digital technology have changed our life and prof education system around the world to adopt strategy and policy to integrate information communication technology, digital tools, and the latter has given rise to problem regarding the quality of teaching and learning, especially regarding the understanding, adaptation of design education system, quality of teaching of natural and mathematical science in accordance with modern technological trend. Yes, thank you very much for your attention.
And we thank you
Yes,
for your
now
presentation. The article Digital Transformation for Secondary Education of Ukraine and the Quality of Teaching Natural and Mathematical Science in the Condition of War is devoted to the study of the possibilities of digital transformation of secondary education in Ukraine to ensure the quality of teaching natural and mathematical disciplines in the conditions of war. The analysis of the scientific and methodological literature on the digital transformation of secondary education allowed the authors to identify tools to self-assessment by educational institutions of their activities and to highlight key indicators. Recommendations for the introduction for digital technologies and ensuring the quality of science uh, and mathematics education in conditional of war. Empirical research methods, such as a qualitative approach using interviews and focus groups as data collection methods and statistical methods, allows us to draw conclusions about the level of digital competence of teachers and students, their understanding of the digital transformation of education, and the impact of its components on the implementation of quality science and mathematics education. In the course of the study, the authors confirmed the hypothesis about the positive impact of increasing the level of teaching digital competence on attitude, the readiness for digital transformation, the impact of digital transformation of the quality of science and mathematics education in wartime, and the needed to take into account the characteristics of children to increase their positive motivation. We are thank you for your presentation, and we have a question in the chat.
Mhm.
The first question from Vyacheslav Sachi: what, in your opinion, are the significant differences in digitalization technologies of secondary education in Ukraine in 1991 and 1993? Thank you.
Thank you very much for this question. In my opinion, in Ukraine in 2020, in 2021, when we started learn and teach in COVID, we have more problem. And now in 2023, after three years with condition distance learning, uh, our teacher have best level competence, digital competence. We have problem with gadget, with smartphone, but statistic said that it increase. And we can see that in 2023 it's better situation about use digital technology in secondary education.
Thank you. And we have another question from Olga Pinchuk. And do you equate the concept of natural and mathematical education with STEM education? In the vast majority of modern domestic documents, they are found next to each other. STEM education in brackets. Thank you.
Concept of natural and mathematical education and STEM education, it's yes, dear Olga, it's true as domestic document because we started our reform, new reform school, and this reform started six years ago, and many our documents touch other approached its approach about discipline, mathematics, physics, chemistry, etc. But after 2029, it's maybe STEM education. It's uh, it's like one definition for integration this technology, because now we have situation when at school we can have discipline like different subject, mathematics, physics, but now its process continues integrate this discipline for STEM education. It's trend now in education and continuous use definition STEM education.
Thank you. And we have another question from Alisa Suhik. Please name the two most important quality criteria for teaching natural and mathematical disciplines in your opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Alisa. Yes, for me, important quality criteria for teaching mathematical discipline and science, it's many experience solving problem and use project method for use technology for our student can be solve problem practical and have competence. And PISA, for example, it's monitoring knowledge and skills our student shows that it's not good now. And important quality criteria, if teacher use competency exercise, project method, and practical touch, etc. It's one. And other in second, it's maybe use new technology on this subject. For example, digital technology, simulation, because we have now problem in the war have laboratory in the school. Many school who have problem with this laboratory physics or chemistry, and now we can use digital tools. It's not it's not tools who can change our experience and our teaching offline, but it's now it's criteria for teaching now.
Okay, we thank you for your
Sorry for my
answer.
English because it's for my presentation.
It's
I'm
okay.
apologize my mistake.
It's okay. Yes, we thank you for your presentation, for your answer, and I want to remember that all of us can ask the questions in the chat or or in the speak. Okay, we invite the next author to the speak. The article is uh, informatization of continuous professional training of foreign language teacher, and presenter is Olga Kanibolotska. Olga, please.
Okay, hello everybody. Can I present? Yeah.
Yes.
1 second.
We are not see you. We are not see your presentation.
Oh, sorry, maybe some problems with connection, if I'm not mistaken, of this. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes. Yes. We you can
yeah.
see.
You
Yes, we
can
can see
see
your
you can
presentation.
see my presentation. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And I would like to start my presentation maybe from the authors of this investigation. It is Ольга Канибалотская, Вячеслав Асачи, and Roman Klopov, Irina Andreeva. And the topic of our presentation and our investigation is informatization of continuous professional training of a foreign language teacher. And our scientist team present the concept of reformatting the foreign language professional training of a modern foreign language teacher who will be competitive in the new Ukrainian school. Due to the expansion of the information space in the system of continuous education and the competency-based approach to the professional development of the future teachers of any specialty, including the use of information and communication technology, is really becoming increasingly important. And this project, it is the part of a bigger Erasmus national project on development of foreign language teacher training capacity as a way to implement multilingual education and European integration of Ukraine, which was implemented in Zaporizhia National University. And especially these months, this year, we will finish this project and present the results of our investigation. You see that modernization of future foreign language teachers, professional training, and especially fast-paced modernization of professional standards development, intensive development of the information society has become a background for the information of several requirements for specialists and are constantly changing. In the 21st century, education faced certain historical challenges, in particular, the need to find maybe rational behavior patterns between the avalanche-like development of knowledge, high technology, and the ability of a person to assimilate them creativity. At the same time, information society is changing the role of education in the process of personality formation and development. The modern task is to provide universal access to various forms of continuous education to obtain and update key professional competence of the individual, the list of which corresponds to the requirements of time. And according to our research, we face many contradictions and try to identify the main of them. We have observed the list of four main contradictions, such as the key objectives of the strategy for the development of modern language education and the lack of an organization continuous interaction in their educational environment, teacher, professional environment, information society, such kind of this framework. Next contradiction may be so important, of course, it is current social requirements for continuous professional activity for a foreign language teacher to ensure the creation of a modern education environment and the unreadiness of modern teacher to implement and intensify such activity. Next contradiction, the third of this list is the extent of significant positive foreign experience in foreign language teachers training and insufficient level of its use in educational practice by domestic institutes of higher education. And the last of them, but not the least, you see that rapid development of modern information and pedagogical technologies and insufficiency of appropriate authentic material and technical, scientific, and methodological base for modern, especially modern in our time, foreign language teachers. So, as a result of these contradictions, we try to identify the main purpose of our research and this presentation too. It's to cover methodological approaches to the organization and implementation of effective continuous professional training for language teachers in the process of Ukrainians' informatization of education analysis of the science of teachers' readiness to use these information and communication technologies competence in professional activity. According to this scientific research, we have observed a great list of different notions and terms. I suppose that all these notions are so well known for scientists of this sphere. It's, of course, their teachers' readiness for the informatization of education, information learning environment, and, of course, information and communication technologies competence. I see that all these terms so are used, are frequently used in our life, especially over time, over digitalization all over the world. And according to these contradictions, according to all our scientific researchers, we try to create an organizational model of continuous professional training of foreign language teachers to enhance information and communication technology competencies. And according to these models, we try to form some activities that we can do. First, it is diagnostic research apparatus development. And really, according to this investigation, we have made a big number of different surveys, different speaking clubs, and some meetings. And because it was so interesting and so essential for us to identify the main idea, is it really so a crucial topic for nowadays activity teachers, especially foreign language teachers? And the next, it is conducting a survey of foreign language teachers and incoming summative cross section of this. Organization of blended learning and development of this organization model of continuous professional training. And according to this model and according to this investigation, we try to use some based notions of UNESCO level, such as 4 points. It is understanding and using of information and communication technologies in education. Information and communication technologies and learning activity that we can use during our practice at school, especially for teachers and for students. organizational and methodological activities, and of course foreign language teacher professional development, because it is one of the main aspects of their teaching activity and their personal development. In these model, we try to use many different aspects and different elements, such as the blended learning, and some elements with the participants learns part of information, the material online, and partially managing their time, place, and pace of learning, while the other part is studied offline. At the same time, all the activities throughout the course are logically connected, and as a result, the trainee receives a holistic learning experience. You have a great list in the e-learning, learning, you-learning, for some example of flipped learning and some creativity projects, teachers e-portfolio, open lessons at school universities for teachers of different levels, some kind of project which can be combined for teachers and their students together. According to these models, we presented some online workshops for active work with teachers and with speakers. Of course, working with English language application, for example, because why English language? Because for many teachers, this language is the first and maybe the main or maybe the second, especially according to the activity and the experience of our university. All our students have this English like a connected language, because if Spanish is the first, English is the second, and for our teachers like the same picture and the same situation. And according all these topics and all these meetings, teachers had an opportunity to know something, to find out something, to practice, to create, and then of course they had an opportunity to present an experience with their student society at school area or maybe at the university, because in this model we use and we tried to work with their teachers not only from the school's point and from university points too. According all our tasks, we and the main activities I said about all these elements, we try to organize online workshops, working with English platforms, application. Many platforms were so known for all teachers, and they use it every time you know about these. And maybe all teachers try to make their lessons more active and more interactive. And all these apps, all these elements are so useful, and really we can say about the effectiveness of their work. All our the main platform for our work was Moodle, and because it's really good, it's a platform, the main platform for our the Parisian National University. We use this platform for working, and it's a good idea for combining the classroom works and individual works. Many tasks and activities were with the task-based learning, when we can combine like methods of activities and presenting a not so simple way of using language, but using language for professional activities. Next, we try to use Scrum methodology and organize work with their teachers during these online show with a Scrum framework, when we can present some project, and it's like the forms which can help us to organize our work in teams and sprints to learn subject and evolve the learning process. And the next step, we try to analyze the situation. First step, it was the work with students. It was our first issue, our first survey. And the first survey was about curricular assessment. You see many points that we try to ask of our students, and you have the results. And only I suppose that I can comment maybe only the result of these surveys and of these numbers. We try to ask our students about course highly relevant of future profession possibility. We try to ask about their some exchanging programs, the possibility of this exchanging programs, and about some courses. This survey was for bachelor and master's degree, and the result of these, the survey covered 371 students. of the Faculty of Foreign Philology, the Parisian National University, because the course is special our program edited the material for our project for Erasmus, multi-educational, multi-ed, and we can come to the conclusion that situation is quite satisfactory, and though we need to improve the bachelor program, overall make the course for future teachers more relevant and modern, more challenging, motivating, and maybe more practical. Then step we had a survey for teaching practices assessment by, especially you have the result of bachelor students, and according these we ask about style of teaching, of course. We ask about using of creativity and critical thinking, using of technologies, using of digitalization in class, some gadgets, using of some apps, and the result of this way, we can say that. Of course, updating teaching practices should focus on promoting creativity and the critical thinking, interactive character of practical classes, or using modern information technologies. And development of teaching practices to promote creativity and critical thinking, but using some elements of CLIL, for example, like an umbrella methodology with informational technologies, making teaching more interactive. And of course, for all teachers, you know that nowadays, and we live in this time, we work in this modern period when the main word of our work is student-centered approach. And according to this, we really try to change something in our curriculum, in our activity, in our teaching too. Introduction of course assessment by students on a regular basis. According all these models of work, we try to modernize, try to um, update or creating new courses with their all these elements. You see the courses of bachelor degree for master's degree. Some courses were updated, some courses were launched, and some courses will be launched in these. And all these courses are full of many elements of these organizing models. And um, then after all these activity and all these surveys, all these analysis and discussing, then of course we have the point of identifying the level and maybe identifying the point of readiness of our teachers over school of university for active using of information and communication technologies in their lives. So we had a task to identify the level of this competence of information and communication technology competence. You see that during the coronavirus period, the periods of war, many teachers have faced with the problem of using these gadgets, different gadgets, the possibility of organizing these high level of digitalization process at school and at higher school too. And but we were so surprised that this analysis demonstrate so interesting facts. And first step, second, and according to the summative stage and diagnostic analytical stage, we can say that we have nice appointment. And what about the number of these? I would like to say that the teachers of the Parisian region, Dnipro region, lectures of the Faculty of Foreign Language of the Parisian National University, it's about number of 250. About of these 250 teachers took part in this survey, and the content of practicums fully covered the content of online learning and allowed foreign language teachers not only to gain knowledge, to enhance information and communication technologies competence, but also to present their achievements using information and communication technologies in school, to share their experience and to create discussion clubs, maybe some kind of autonomous groups, and some kind of flipped classrooms and any other tool that is possible to use. And according to this, we can say that the analysis shows really the increase that after our course and the after of many causes of Zaporizhia National University, especially according to these teachers, we can say that the level is really increased, high level of information and communication technologies competence. But many teachers, especially about, if I'm not mistaken, 68% of 68% of respondents support the need for fundamental changes. And you see that we really try to identify and try to promote our life and our scientific activity for this work to support our teachers and to give them an opportunity to develop and to increase their level of information and communication technology competence. And according to the survey results, all respondents supported the opinion that um, information and communication technology saves time in the lesson, increase the level of immersion in the material, increase the efficiency of the lessons, and allows an individual approach to learning. And only eight foreign language teachers saying that information and communication technology interferes with pedagogical activity and distract students from the lesson. Maybe so hot debated topics about this, and maybe all teachers can identify their drawbacks and benefits of all the process of using technologies in their teaching activities and in their practice. For identifying of these level, what kind of what level of these competence, we try to use the system of digital literacy course certificate certified testing system. And then we try to add so interesting as we think it's a program of DCAMP, the digital competence framework for citizens. And only according these we got these material and all these results of our investigation and a big number of surveys, and try to identify the effectiveness of this program for our teachers and the effectiveness of this investigation for us. We found a statistically significant increase in the number of foreign language teachers whose level of information and communication technologies competence training increased with the implementation of the development or some kind of developed organizational model that we can use for foreign language teachers continuous professional training. And of course, which proves this program, this model proves the effectiveness of the proposed training system for future foreign language teachers. Big survey, kind of survey, a bigger kind of results and a big number of information, and it's a really good material for our further work and further investigation of this and kind of research. But we have nowadays, according this time and after all these practical activities with teachers and with these surveys, we have some main 3-point conclusion. So it's not it's not the secret that one of the leading components of the foreign language teachers professional competence in their information worlds is really information and communication technologies competence, the development and intensification of which really can become a driving force during the implementation and organization of continuous professional training of a modern foreign language teacher. Next point, that we live in the time of globalization and informatization of the education environment contributes to the creation of a flexible learning system using modern tools and pedagogical methods which provide the possibility for individual trajectories or ways of continuous professional development. Really, this process of using gadgets, tools, and many apps and some programs open the possibility of creating optimal system for monitoring the quality of education, carrying out of assessment of programs and learning schemes. And study confirmed that this model can be possible, and this model can be used in modern life for increasing the level of information and communication technologies competence of foreign language teachers, maybe not only for foreign language teachers, yeah, maybe for another, but try to use another tools and another context of these tools. And to sum up and taking everything into consideration, we would like to say that their issue of foreign language teachers' continuous professional training, like for all life, information remains open the both for scientists, for experts, for foreign language teachers, and requires further development and research. And the proposed organizational model, this model of these workshops and these activities for the formation of foreign language teachers, information and communication technologies competence was tested at the Zaporizhia National University as a part of a creating platform of specialized information environment using information and communication technology, and we suppose that may be relevant for broad implementation and organization of foreign language teachers' continuous professional training. I suppose that really these investigation and these materials will be so useful for many people for the development, especially in the time of online learning, and when I suppose that we have more possibilities for getting knowledge and improving our work and improving our forms of teaching, and trying to get the main goals to form and to educate good students with a great level, not only of language like for ordinary life, but professional forms of language, and the language which can help them to be so competitive in a market or work market force, and trying to realize all these ideas of these materials. Okay, I suppose that um, maybe the end of my presentation, and thank you for your attention, and I will be so glad to answer any questions maybe for the.
Thank you for your presentation. And I want to talk that article informatization of continuous professional training of foreign language teachers substains the relevance of intensifying the process of continuous training of foreign language teachers in connection with the informatization of the modern education system in Ukraine. The author presents the concept of reformatting for foreign language professional training of a modern foreign language teachers who will be competitive in the new Ukrainian school. It was noted that one of the determining conditions of the implementation of practical strategic tasks of educational modernization in the training of future foreign language teachers. Due to the expansion of the information space in the system of continuous education, a competence-based approach to the professional development of future teachers, if any specialty, including the use of competence-based approach, include of information and communication technologies, is becoming increasingly important. These technologies are the basis of modern social development, and their tools contribute to the improvement of personal qualities, variability, and individualization of learning. Their implementation opens up fundamentally new opportunity in the organization of the educational process. The authors highlight modern approach to the formation of foreign language training of future foreign language teachers use blended learning, e-learning, m-learning, u-learning, flip learning, yet-tweeting, the online driver model, SEM, and other. The modern information tools presented by the authors of the study made it possible to develop and implement the organizational model of continuous professional education of foreign language teachers to improve their ICT competence in the educational process. Okay, we have a question in the chat. The first question is from Olga Pinchuk. How has the process of informatization impacted the method and approach used in the continuous professional training of foreign language teachers? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for this question. Yeah, I support this idea, and really, I would like to identify maybe the great impact of this. Yeah, you know, and I said in my report, in our investigation, that we really cannot imagine our life without using of these all gadgets. Yeah, and maybe our lessons and all our activity of teachers are not so good and are not so productive without these really methods and approaches. The process of informatization has significantly impacted the methods and approaches used in the continuous professional training for language teachers. Yeah, during the coronavirus stage, we faced the situation, especially in our schools in Zaporizhia, that many teachers really didn't want to change something. Yeah, yeah, they were not ready for these changes, and they didn't want to create a new informational society for our students and for our children at school. It has led to a shift from maybe traditional in person training methods to more dynamic, more active and flexible online learning environments. Yeah, and the informatization has allowed us for maybe has allowed for the incorporation of multimedia resources, virtual classrooms, and adaptive learning platforms. Especially these impact and these forms can really give us the opportunity to create our lessons more active or more adequate. Maybe I must confess that maybe some days ago I discussed with my students during the lecture that I cannot really imagine this time. How can I go to university and so simply standing before in front of the blackboard, yeah, and try only use our special and our everyday tools. Really, informatization and these tasks really give us more opportunities. Informatization has revolutionized the way foreign language teachers acquire and develop their professional skills, maybe promoting life learning and their adaptability in ever evolving educational landscape. Maybe according like a chair of the department, I would like to say that my teachers of my department, especially this time, have more opportunity, get more certificates, yeah, and get attended more courses. So we have the result that really informatization during this period give us more opportunities and present really a good chance to be so modern and so ready for all changes in our life.
Okay, Via, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And next question is from Anna Yatseshin. Thank you for your report. What specific technologies and digital tools have been integrated into the informatization of continuous professional training for foreign language teachers? And how have they enhanced and learning experience and outcomes? Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you for this question. So I have mentioned in my report, but maybe I would like to identify something. Yeah, we have a great list of different tools, and now we have a great opportunity to present it. Yeah, using our experience, or maybe using our any experience of foreign universities, foreign colleagues. It's so difficult to say what tools are effective more or not. Maybe during all our lessons, we can demonstrate a great variety of these tools. In our organization model, we have some kind of learning management system, video conferencing platforms, language learning apps, or artificial intelligence driven language assessment tools, social media for professional networking and for social sharing. In my presentation, I said that the main platform for communication for us were the really Moodle, yeah, because we use this platform for everyday activity, especially at the Zaporizhia National University, and discussed with my students yesterday. They are at school practice, and they give, oh no, it's at school it's so difficult to work without platform, but in university, of course, we have all opportunities. Next platform, especially we have Google Meet. Yeah, we have some tools of Google. So we have our Zoom, especially in our university. All our lessons and all our activities, we are only with using this Zoom activity and Zoom tools. We all need to have professional Zooms according to university possibility. Many English speaking tools like Duolingo, test systems, many programs that can give us possibility to improve our grammatical and any questions.
Thank
Okay.
you. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and we have next question from Alisa Susih. In your opinion, is there anything that significantly distinct
Significantly distinguish,
the
guys.
implementation of continuous professional training of foreign language teacher from the training of Ukrainian language teacher? Thank you.
Yeah, of course. It's so maybe live question. Yeah, because every day we face the situation. We try to improve. Yeah, improve our skills every day. Maybe so difficult really to promote all our teachers and try to do it so often and try to do it, but we must do it. Yeah, we have a lot of platforms and we try to. Maybe not we try, maybe we must do it. Yeah, we must do it because we are teachers and or the main idea of our activity to teach our students and try to form their practical competencies. And as a teacher of, I'm a teacher of English, Spanish, and methods of foreign languages, and I know that if I cannot use this language, if I cannot use these forms of presentation and communication, my level of competence of information compass technology and the level of using language for communication, it will be not so high. And we must do it really. All these platforms, all these opportunities, all these apps, must really must, not can, not should, really must work every day and to be really competitive. In April we had a great opportunity in German university. We had spent a month in this university, and I must confess, my colleagues, that really have a high level of teaching forms. We are the best really, and our country and our universities, all universities, we have more opportunities for forming and teaching competitive students, competitive people for this difficult but so interesting life. Thank you.
Thanks, Eful, for your
Thank
answer.
you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, and we thank you for your presentation, for your answers for our questions. And now we want to ask everyone to turn on the cameras for group photography. Please turn the cameras for group photography. We are waiting some few minutes, yes. Okay. And now we have taking a 60-minute break, yes, 1 hour, and we'll be back at 13, yes, or 1 p.m. Yes, we are come back for continue our workshop. We are thank you all of our workshop, and we will back at 1 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.